And so we just need to do everything in our power to remove as many of the insults as we can.
Okay, what are the things that we need to be really aware of? And I would say, even if you're not struggling with fertility, right? If you're wanting a healthy pregnancy, or if you have a child that's about to be fertility age, right? These are the things I want you guys thinking of.
So it's no secret, right, that we live in a pretty toxic world. And so we just need to do everything in our power to remove as many of the insults as we can. And so that can look like, from the nutrition side, eating organic, pesticide-free, choosing, meats, if you're a meat eater, that are, grass-fed and finished, or wild caught, or free range, and all of that, because each of these little insults, if there's are going to affect our hormones. And there are people who have said to me, "Oh, but it's so expensive to eat that way." And I said, "Well, it's a lot more expensive to have multiple rounds of IVF." A lot more expensive to then have a disease process happening 10 years from now that could have been avoided. So certainly nutrition, which includes hydration, by the way. I think we are chronically dehydrated as a nation. Even though we're carrying around the 10-gallon Stanley cups, we oftentimes aren't really flushing our cells with purified water and or electrolytes that would really help clean our cells. So we know that we're meant to move. Our bodies are designed to move, but here we are in front of our Zoom cameras, and or sitting at our desks for far too long. So I'd say, find the time within your schedule to get up and move. And for the fertility person, I actually also would say, also, let's get some targeted circulation, because a nice hike is wonderful, but if you want to get pregnant next month, let's get some targeted circulation. And that's the transcutaneous electrical acupoint stimulation protocols, they call it T's, that I had mentioned before, that have been shown to increase live birth rate for women over 35 undergoing frozen embryo transfer. So we already know that that's a cohort that has been struggling, by 42%.
Wow.
And we know the stats of IVF are kind of dismal anyway. For that woman who's 35, her chances of having an IVF cycle bring a baby is only 25%. So 25 to 40. But if you can increase her whole health and her reproductive health and get targeted circulation, that is proven. These studies are more than 2,000 women who are being studied. So it's not just a one-off. Why wouldn't you do that?